that was a very, very interesting talk with Oga. Okay. Our next guest is, today we are moving from the old school to the new school. Our next guest is Motunde Shogunle. I'm sure that if you are...
At the mention of the name, some people, our listeners, already know who we are talking about. The young lady who has refused to get married, and the father has been disturbing her on Mr. Macaroni and his daughter.
Okay, let's go straight. Let me just ask you straight. How did you meet Debo?
Okay, so Debo and I went to the same school, but I had graduated from school before. You know the whole Debo story, going from one school to the other and everything. But when he had the whole issue of his results being released and all that, we got talking on Instagram. Like, we were friends. I reached out to him, and then for some reason we got closer.
Which of the school? Redeemers?
Redeemers. And then we used to talk, like, we were talking very well, but we had not seen each other up until so I wanted to start doing Yoruba films. That's even a long story. And then Asha joined Odunfa Caucus, and he was already a member of Odunfa Caucus. So when he wanted to do, but he needed to come for classes, and even myself, it was once in a while. So when he wanted to do his first film, Obara, so the man he put in charge to produce his film casted me as his younger sister. Mm-hmm. So that was the first time we were ever going to see. And it just happened that, we've been talking, we've never seen. And then, we saw for the first time. After the film, we didn't see again, up until when he wanted to start producing, skits. And we had done a number of things before we even did Daddy and Daughter thingy. We had done the Boyfriend and Girlfriend series. We had done the, up until COVID, when we did the Daddy and Daughter series for the first time, which was an advert with Babati. And I think because everybody was at home, the thing just blew. And I was thinking, how about to just turn this to something, serious? And apparently, it was also thinking the same thing. So I reached out and was like, I was also thinking the same thing. And that's how the whole Daddy and Daughter just came about.
Does that pushing your character in the face of men every week, every month, saying that you're looking for husband, does that make your DM get full every time?
Well, I mean, yes, they are there. I have people who walk up to me. I have crazy, interactions with people out there. Yeah, I mean, DM naturally is full because of Motundi, and the DM naturally is full because of Motundi. I don't know if I'm still there.
Do you want to share the craziest thing that somebody has sent to you on your DM?
My DM. Okay, maybe not my DM, but real life, it's happened. Not crazy, but myself and my sister, we went to the mall to get some things for the house, and then an older person walked up to us, and he just started, what's today? I know you. First of all, wait, let me pray for you. And then he started praying like it was my real life situation. And I was like, no, sir, that it's just, it's just a skit, just make believe. Or just pray. This year you're going to find your husband. My sister left us and walked away. And after the whole prayer, and I was like, I'm single. I don't mind if you be interested in me. And everything. I was like, you can have just gone straight to the point, But I mean, I get crazy. I think I have crazy lovers. Let me use that word. And it's just crazy. Just make me laugh and all that.
Now, let me ask you this. You're acting Debo's daughter in the skit series. Does that affect casting directors in the roles they call you for in Hollywood?
Funny enough, no, not at all. I'm going to mention somebody's name who doesn't even see me that like Mr. Tunola. He gives me the craziest roles ever. Like, people actually do not just, they feel like because I do Motunde in Debo's this thing, that means I can actually do. Some people see me as a funny person. I don't know if I act funny, so they kind of give me crazy roles, maybe a crazy wife. I've had to act a crazy wife, someone who give her husband back to back. I've had to act a crazy sister, Funny enough, like, they don't box me. But yes, of course, you have the people who want to just limit you to that particular thing, acting daughter and everything. But majority of them have given me, have decided to help me spread my wings. So yeah.
Okay, now let me, Baron.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you again. In Nollywood, people have a lot of young upcoming actresses have crazy stories about how they get into it, their breakthrough. You understand? How has it been for you?
Or what's your story?
What's your story?
Well, mine is not going to be way that different from other people. I mean, yes, but I wanted to study law actually. Like, it was crazy that back in school, if anybody needed anybody to, defend them or whatever, they would come meet me, and it was like that up until SS2. I think SS3 or something. There was this drama competition that came to secondary schools, and I went to audition for the main role, myself and my best friend. But for some reason, my best friend got the role, and the director pulled me aside and said I was going to be his assistant director. I was going to be the costumier. I was going to be the stage manager and everything. So I felt, okay, this is better than this thing. So whenever he's not around, I will do a good job coordinating the rehearsal. So I dropped the whole law thingy to one side, and it was heartbreaking that to my mom, because she was already seeing herself as
The mother of a lawyer.
do you understand? It was hard. I'm not even joking. It was hard, but my dad was very understanding and everything. And so yeah, I went to school to study theatre arts and all that. So coming out of school, I thought it was going to be easy. Like, I had already worked at Terra Culture for my IT, so I thought I had this talent, so it would be just easy. Once I just go for audition, they'll just pick me, good actor, one thing. But I came out and it was a different ball story. Like, it was a different story at all. Like, come out, you go for auditions, and then they tell you wait behind. I'll even think, wait behind, maybe I did good, like, want to. But the wait behind was not wait behind. The wait behind was something else, some other discussion that you never have to do with, And it kept on. I was going for auditions Monday to Friday. You think it was a 9 to 5 job. I was always, and then I just got very tired. But I'm really grateful to myself for not taking all those opportunities, because I'm also that type of person that I'm not saying I don't want somebody to be like I made you, but I also want to be able to tell my story myself. Like, I put in the work because I know what I want to do. So most times when they offer me these things, I'm almost like, I'm sorry, I cannot. It's not a do or die affair. So if it's going to work, it's going to work. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work. So most times I would walk away, and maybe that's why it took me a while to come out of one thing. But eventually, what will be. Like, I went to work in the law firm. I was already a secretary and personal assistant up until I heard of Royal Art Academy. I was okay, you know what, I want to just further my acting career. So I wrote to my boss that I wanted to, go to a film school, which was war again, because he didn't want me to leave work and all that. But eventually, that was when I went to the film school. It was after going to the film school, then the whole, then I featured in Jennifer's Diaries. That was giving me a little bit of, limelight. And then Debo came around, and what we will be.
So when you said, sorry to just put you on that, when you said it was not a do or die affair thing, and you were having, or they were bringing up all the conversations that had nothing to do with acting or film or stage or whatever. Would it be them asking you for a date in exchange for a role or something? I mean,
yes, there's nothing to hide. People have already said all the stories a million and one times. Yes, it was always like, if you do this for me, of course, I'm going to make you big. And I'm talking big names. Like, let me just put that by the side. So it was like, oh, come warm my bed and then you get this role. Or maybe I was not supposed to be the main character, but they will switch me to the main character. And I just felt like, for how long am I going to keep hopping from this person to this person to it was not doing that affair. I was bold enough to be like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take this offer. So, yeah.
Why did you join Odunfaka? Because you said you joined Odunfaka.
Okay, so I went to visit an uncle, and they were filming in his house at the time. So I just told him, I was like, Toba, people are filming in your house. I want to do Yoruba movies and everything. He was like, that he's friends with them. That's the what do you call them? Yes, and all that. I was like, that he knows how it works. That you have to join the school before, like, he can't just go in and everything. So immediately he called. There was a particular person that was leading at the time.
Sonia Lee.
No, he was the coordinator, but there was a person, it was a director or something. Yes, so he called him, and immediately that was just, I should just come around. That was a bit of it. I was like, I should just come around. So I literally resumed the school the next day, and that's how I joined. But I noticed that everything that I learned in school Tell art. It was like they were just teaching me Yoruba, do fakakos. So that was why I wasn't really going to school. But I benefited some things from them because I traveled with them to Jebu for a stage play, and I did a number of things with them actually. But there were just some principles that I did not just go with, so I wasn't going to school.
But would you say some of the things that they imbibed in you helped you go
Yes,
forward?
I'm never going to dispute that. Some of the things actually helped me. Are still helping me up until now. Yeah.
Today, thank you so much for coming. But before you go, I'm going to ask you the last question, please, which I want you to answer for us in 1 minute because we are totally out of time.
Okay.
Now you act the babe that is looking for a boyfriend or an husband. You understand? Is that a boyfriend?
Or is that a husband?
Is that a husband?
Oh my god. Let me see something to put it out. I'm like, someone broke my heart. Oh my god.
Man.
So right now, as we speak, I cannot say maybe when I walk out of this place. So, but as we speak right now, I'm currently.
Somebody served you breakfast. No problem. You're going to give me details. We are going there to fight. Thank you so much, Motude, for coming, and it's been a very good time talking to you. And
Thank you for
one way or the
having
other,
me.
I'm sure that some people listening learned some things from you.
Yeah.
You understand? Thank you for coming. To our listeners, thank you for listening. Till next week when we'll be back again with 2 other interesting guests. We'll say thank you. Baron, thank you for coming.
Thank
as
you.
always.
Thank you.